Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa, and this is Rose,
Hi.
and that's Shaggy, the one and only. Today we are here to talk about being open to the messages around you and the energy around you. The universe always has your back, but you just have to be open to receiving things and being connected with yourself. I feel like when you're connected with yourself, you are connected to the things around you, and I feel like things just flow more. So we're here to tell a really cool story because we went through something like really cool together. And so take it away, home skillet.
Sure. Oh, good. I love that. Thank you. So my backstory is, before we kind of put the pieces together, is there was this guy that I went to school with since like kindergarten to 8th grade. And he and I were in band together, and his mom would take me home sometimes because I would have to take the bus home. Or his dad would take us to practices throughout. And I didn't really have much of conversations with him. I may have. That was really it. But there was one day that Lisa posted something on Facebook, and I resonated with it, and I before then felt like I really want to reach out to this girl.
And I felt the same way when she reached out to me. I was like, that's cool,
Yeah.
because I've been feeling called to reach out to you as well. So.
Yeah, so just
the universe moves.
Yeah, it did. And so the next day we got together, we had our yoga session.
Oh yeah.
And then you were gonna do Reiki, and before we did that, we were at a coffee shop, and I was telling her about this guy, and I don't even know why I was really telling her about him. I think,
Yeah, you even said that. You were like, I don't know why I feel called to tell you. Yeah, you're like, I don't talk to anyone about this.
No, because I'm not like, hi, I'm Rose, by the way. Like,
yeah.
It's weird.
Ooh.
And, so I was telling her about him, and I think because I recently had this dream about him that this guy and I were very, very close, it seems. Like, we were somehow very connected, like, very, very close. Excuse me, that when, so he passed away about 10 years ago, and I went to his viewing. So in the dream, I had, like, relearned that he passed away, and I was devastated. And so I was just telling this to Lisa, like, I don't know why I think about him sometimes. I don't know why he was in my dreams, all this and that, so...
Sorry.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I thought for a second they were like, and we're cutting you off.
Yes.
There you go.
In every video we've made, he would not go on my hand. And now, he doesn't like me right now, man.
Does.
No, he's making me upset.
Where are you going?
You're making me sad. Anyways. Okay, sorry, finish.
That's okay. So, during this Reiki session, Lisa says that, you can take
Okay, yeah. Well, I
like,
guess it
you
was
can
my
take some
turn
of it here.
anyways.
No,
so.
it's okay.
So I'm giving her Reiki, and at the time I was like, I don't get bad vibes from this man. I feel like he's here to help you. I feel like he's here to ground you. I think he's here to, like, protect you. I don't think he's anything bad. Roll with it. Like, I feel like he's good.
Yeah.
And, so that was that. We never really, like, whoa, hey there, you good? You're wild. So then we are, I'm taking her home. We're on Bel Air Road, and we're passing a viewing home. Well, it's funny because, she pointed out earlier that I was, like, getting a lot of yellow lights, and yellow is, like, her color. Like, the color yellow just kind of gravitates towards her. But also, your aura is kind of yellow.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm like, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
So apparently I was passing yellow lights, which is cool because that kind of, like, correlates with her, I feel like. But when we were passing this viewing home, we were at a red light. We were stopped, like, right next to it. And she goes, this is kind of weird. Like, this is where the viewing home was for, like, the guy I was telling you about all day.
Yeah.
And I was like, for some reason, like, I got the goosebumps in front of, like, the viewing home. And I asked her, I was like, how did this dude die again? And she was like, a motorcycle accident. And I was like, what was his name? And she started to say it, and right when she started to say it, I was like, I knew. We said his name together. I was like, Chuck. I was like, that's my cousin.
Yeah.
Whoa!
It was insane. Yeah, because you even, like,
I started to cry.
Further verified it, because you said his last name,
Yeah, Chuck
too.
Fiegel.
And I was just like, yeah, like, how did you know? And so, of course, like, she started crying. Like, I started getting emotional, because I just kind of sat there, like, not conflicted, that's not the word. It was just like so much happened in so
Yeah,
little time.
in
I was
such
like,
a little,
and just, it was a very cool
experience.
It
And
was.
we were like, he's probably in the back of the car, like, about
Laughing.
damn time you guys put the
Yeah.
pieces together.
Like he was just laughing, and I think I told you, I'm not sure if I said it in my thoughts that I didn't want to look back in the car because I was like, if I look back, I know I'm gonna see him, and I was just like not ready for that.
Yeah.
It
was cool.
It was cool. It's interesting how
the universe provides and works.
Yeah, works.
And it's also
speaks.
sorry.
No, it's okay.
I get excited.
No, I did too. Like it's anyone I've told this story, they're like, whoa.
Everyone I've told, they're like, that gave me the goosebumps.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you try
I know,
try to be
exactly.
related to this man.
Yeah.
And it's cool because I as well, like, lately I've been thinking, I'm like, I wonder if, because I was young when Chuck passed, so I was like, I wonder if this man, like, remembers me. I was like, I wonder if he's here protecting me. It was just kind of like, I've been thinking about him a little bit recently as well, and that answered my question. I guess he is here with me and with you.
Yeah. I always had that question of just how and why I'm the one involved in a way, just because, like, I never really talked to him.
Yeah.
Like I said before, like, I mean, he had a girlfriend at the time. Like, I don't know, I'd be thinking, like, why are you talking to her? Or, like, someone else. Or maybe it's just I happen to always be open about it. About, you know, just, I guess, of the spiritual world, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then the one thing I had mentioned before for me where I was thinking, like, I wonder if he kind of knew, like, kind of like a premonition in a way, because he left in my yearbook.
Oh yeah.
Which is
The universe is weird, man. Energy is crazy.
This, when I've told people about this in particular, they're kind of like, it's a whole nother little level.
Yeah, it's weird.
It is. So, he wrote in my yearbooks, since I'll probably never see you again, have a great life. And at the time when I read that, like, I'm 12 or 13, I was like,
yeah, like, most people are saying, see you soon, have fun in high school, or, like, have a good summer.
Yeah.
Not, I'll never see you again.
Have a great life.
Which is weird, because you also, like, were you were going to his house, his mom used to take her home.
Yeah, and I think that's why I was kind of like, what do you mean I'll never see you again? Like, I'm probably gonna, like, bump into you. Like, you didn't live far from me at all. Like, I bumped into your mom all the time. Like, I saw your sister a few times. And, yeah, that was really trippy to me. But he wasn't wrong, because I didn't actually see him at all. The only time, unfortunately, I physically saw him was in the viewing.
Yeah.
That I don't think I actually really went to see him. Like, some people are okay going to the casket, but I kind of was just, it was surreal to me.
Yeah, it was
very surreal. I think just the fact, like, you're young, you don't think about...
gosh.
What? No, go ahead.
So, I then, like, of course I'm calling up my family, because, like, I'm pretty tight with my siblings, and I called up my sister and told her, and then I called up my brother. And when I talked to my brother, right after I told him, he was walking out of some store, and he was like, that's funny, like, he was like, right as you called me and told me this, I was walking out of the store, and there's a motorcycle out front of it that, like, wasn't here before. And I told it to my friend Tyler, and as I told it to him, he was like, that's funny, I'm actually, like, sitting on my motorcycle right now as you're telling me this. But, that could just be a coincidence, I don't know, whatever. I just thought I'd throw it in there.
But I feel like since, like, when that happened, because she called people, like, right after.
I'm like, the world, listen to
yeah,
the
like,
story.
no, because it's kind of like, wait a minute, like.
It's cool, it's energy.
It is a very cool
universal
thing.
signs.
That I feel like your family was having a lot of little signs happening right after. Like, it was just like...
My family's always got something happening.
Like, it was... I don't know. To me, it just seemed like one after the other. Like, I just...
Yeah.
Was like... I just kind of, like, hit the ball, and then it just, like...
You were, like,
went
the
everywhere.
icing on the top of the cake.
Yeah. I mean...
Sweet, man. But, yeah, so that was the point of this video today, is to be open and to be aware and to connect with the things around you and the people around you. You really don't know why someone is, like, ever in your life. Like, there's always a reason why people enter and come and go as they do. And, it's true. It's important to be aware and to just connect, you know. dig deep within yourself. And I feel like when you're connected to yourself, you are connected to other people, and you're open to learning and growing. So I think awareness and consciousness is very important for, you know, a healthy life. And that's my little tea bag over here. It says, when you act with compassion, you will never be wrong. I don't really know what that has to do with what I was just saying, but it's true.
Well, no, if you think about it, like, if you do,
Like,
like,
if you're-
what you do is going to, like, it's like karma. Like, it comes back to you. So, of
What
course,
you put
like,
out in the world.
you spread the
comes back,
positivity. Well, I think that's more of a beautiful place, I think.
True that.
So,
You're
yeah.
tying it all together for me. And giving, I feel like it's equally as important to give and receive. Like, I know, I feel like we're both givers. I feel like we
Yes,
love to give,
very much
give.
so,
But, like,
yeah.
for me, I find it hard to receive. I feel like it's really hard to, like...
Well, because we're givers.
Yeah, because we're givers. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, when people try to give me something, I'm like, oh my gosh, I feel like you're, like, doing too much. Well, my hair got all crazy.
No, it's okay.
I was like, you're giving too much. Like, so I struggle with receiving. And my homie Alex was like, check it. He was like, you need to be open to receiving because it gives someone else the power to give. And it's a balance. You're giving someone else to feel good about giving. So it's like, I was like,
Yeah.
that's a good way to look at it. Like, I'm going to start
Yeah.
shifting my attention and being like, I'm helping them by
Yeah.
receiving what they have to offer. So, you know, take all that you are and give it to others and be open to receiving from others. It's it's necessary.
It's a two-way street.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So that was our little message for the day. I hope everyone enjoys their day and does something that they love. Me, Rose, and Shaggy, we're dipping.
Yes.
Say,
Say bye,
see ya,
Shaggy.
Shaggy.